Oh, hey, I know y'all know who this funny motherfucker is.
What up, gang? See my nose, nigga. Papoose hit me with a book.
Papoose done hit Cub with a book for running up on him playing them games, man.
Game, bro. Like the games, you win silly prizes, right?
His name will get more and more comments. You get the flying Papoose. Give me 2,000 Papoose, Papoose, Papoose. Come on, let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yum, Papoose. Papoose be hitting this Papoose.
The gold chain is so elegant. Something going on in the office. It's so elegant, though, you know? Yeah, it fits.
It is.
Oh, okay. Well, my man said it's a go, so it's a go. Her man.
Yes.
Keep me under the umbrella.
Shut up. Silly.
It's raining. It's pouring. Thank you, sweetheart.
You know, it's so old to talk about, to bring up, to keep harping on it. It's like they're separated. She got somebody too. Like, don't act like you're just over here.
And I know he cares about his personal image and what people think.
Like, she's happy, we're happy, and that's it. Like,
I guess he want to make me wifey or something.
Hey.
Trying to lock me down, gonna indict me or something.
Okay.
Now she on the ground talking spices for nothing. His girlfriend mad, guess she want to fight me or something.
Du hattest ein paar Wortgefechte in den sozialen Medien. Was denkst du über Chris' Auftritt heute Abend? Ich glaube, wenn du so gegen mich auftrittst, werde ich dich fertig machen. Soll ich das wiederholen? Sie sagte, wenn du so gegen sie auftrittst, wird sie dich fertig machen. Oh, wunderschön. Rate mal, du konntest nicht mal meine Unterhose putzen. Verstehst du, was ich meine? Mit mir kommst du nicht klar. Weißt du was? Und das ist es, was ich meine. Das ist noch, was ich meine. Siehst du, ich bin kein Arschloch. Ich komme hier nicht zurück. Du bist nicht nach Amerika gekommen. Ich bin hierher gekommen. Ich bin hierher gekommen. Ich bin nicht hierher gekommen. Ich bin hierher gekommen. Ich nehme dich nicht. Wir können gehen. Lass uns gehen.
I feel sorry for old girl. Like, I feel sorry for her. Because I know the circles that's being ran and wrapped around over there. Like, I would cry. I feel bad. I literally told him, every time your current come up says my name or does something that I feel is trying to attack me in any type of way, I'ma drag you. Whoever get you, they'll see. They'll see. I seen one of these. She was like, she said there was others. Who are they? I want to know. Do your own homework. No. Well, why she outed me? Well, why she outed me? Cause you loud. And I know he cares about his personal image and what people think. I just don't understand why when every time somebody has something to promote, talk about that. Talk about whatever your endeavor is that you have coming up. It's so easy. It is so, the same publicists that y'all use to push stories out, that's the same publicist that before you walk into the room, you say, hey, anything about Ram, anything about this? I don't want to talk about that. Oh, if that was my friend, I would be like, girl, you just turned 30 years old. You are a world champion. You are accomplished. You have made it from out the ghetto, from the slums, from the depths of Flint, Michigan. You don't got no kids. You have your whole life ahead of you. Why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of you, your percentage, because he's your manager? Got you out here talking, looking crazy. He's the one that don't want to sign, don't want to get his stuff out his ex house. Doesn't be there for his child that he begged for, but telling you he wants another one. All of our other kids, they're grown. They're the same age as your girl. You know, they're the same age. DJ was born in 95. She was born in 96. So I know how to deal with people of this age. You understand?
At the top of the boxing world, silence is usually power. But this time, silence didn't happen. And what followed left a lot of people asking the same question. Why would one of the greatest fighters alive risk it all over a rumor? Claressa Shields didn't lose a fight. She didn't miss weight. She didn't get exposed in the ring. Instead, the controversy came from something much quieter. Paperwork, whispers, and a late-night YouTube live that no one expected her to be part of. Or at least, not openly, because once that phone call came in, everything changed. It started with talk that most people would have brushed off, just another rumor floating through social media. But this one stuck, and it refused to die. For weeks, conversations kept popping up about money. Not endorsements, not fight purses, but taxes. First, it was claims connected to Papoose, suggesting a large amount of money was owed. Then, not long after, documents began circulating online alleging that Claressa Shields herself owed around 6 figures. No court appearance, no official press release, just screenshots, documents, and people arguing back and forth about whether any of it was real. And normally, stories like that fade, especially when the person involved is a champion with nothing left to prove. But this one didn't fade. It grew. Boxing pages picked it up, commentary channels debated it. Fans split into 2 camps, those calling it fake and those asking uncomfortable questions. And then one YouTube channel decided to go live and talk through the situation openly, letting callers weigh in. That's where things took a turn no one could have predicted. At first, the live stream was exactly what you'd expect. People talking opinions, some defending Claressa, others saying the documents looked real. Nothing explosive, just noise. Until one caller joined the line. She didn't hesitate, she didn't ease into it. She came in hot. The caller immediately shut down the conversation, accusing people of lying, saying no facts were being presented, and insisting the documents were fake. Not questionable, not misleading, fake, completely false. She spoke with confidence, not speculation, certainty. She claimed personal knowledge, said she knew Claressa directly, said the rumors were hurting her image for no reason, and then she went further, mentioning money figures, contracts, and achievements in a way that sounded less like a fan and more like someone protecting their own name. That's when the chat froze. Because it wasn't just what she said, it was how she said it. Listeners started typing the same thing almost at once. That voice sounds familiar. Too familiar. The cadence, the tone, the rhythm. It didn't sound like a supporter calling in from the outside. It sounded like Claressa Shields. And the more the caller talked, the harder it became to ignore. There was no attempt to disguise the voice. No filter, no change in pacing. Anyone who had heard Claressa speak in interviews, press conferences, or post-fight moments felt it immediately. The internet has a long memory, and people started pulling clips within minutes. Side-by-side comparisons popped up. Fans replayed the audio. Comment sections exploded with the same reaction. That's her. Now none of this was confirmed. No admission, no proof stamped official. Well, but perception online doesn't wait for confirmation. Once people believe they've spotted something, the verdict moves fast. And what made it worse was the intensity of the defense. Instead of calming the situation, the call poured fuel on it. The caller wasn't just denying the rumor, she sounded offended that anyone would even question it. She pushed back hard on claims about money, saying things like $8 million being dismissed made no sense, emphasizing how lucrative Claressa's career actually is. That detail stuck with people. Because casual supporters don't usually argue exact figures. They don't correct narratives with that level of precision. That's something someone personally invested would do. And suddenly, the story wasn't about taxes anymore. It became about judgment. Why would a champion step into a YouTube call-in instead of letting her team handle it? Why react emotionally instead of strategically? And why do it in a way that made people feel like they'd caught her slipping? The internet didn't hesitate. Clips of the call spread fast. Commentary pages replayed the audio over and over, breaking down every sentence like it was courtroom testimony. People joked about how instantly recognizable the voice was, saying she didn't even try to disguise it. Others weren't laughing at all. They questioned why someone at her level would even acknowledge a random live stream, let alone jump into it personally. To them, that alone felt like a misstep. Then came the memes, screenshots, reaction videos, TikTok stitching the audio with old interview clips for comparison. The internet did what it always does when it senses vulnerability. It piled on. And in the middle of all that noise, the original rumor, whether true or not, exploded far beyond its starting point. A story that might have quietly died suddenly had legs, not because of new evidence, but because of reaction. That's the part that shocked people the most. Claressa Shields isn't new to pressure. She's been doubted since the beginning. Too outspoken, too confident, too aggressive. Every stage of her career came with critics waiting for her to fail. And every time, she answered in the ring. She built her reputation on proving people wrong when it mattered most. So, this moment felt different. Out of character. She's often compared to Beyoncé in boxing for a reason. Dominant, polished, unbothered. Nee's someone who usually moves above the chaos instead of inside it. Her brand has always been strength and control, even when the spotlight gets harsh. That's why this situation stood out so sharply, because this time, it didn't look controlled. It looked human. Too human. It looked like frustration that had been building quietly. Like someone watching narratives take shape without her input, feeling misrepresented and finally snapping. Instead of letting the moment pass, she jumped into the conversation headfirst, trying to shut it down in real time. And that's where things shifted. The internet doesn't reward emotion. It punishes it. Once people believe you're trying to control the story, they don't back off. They dig deeper. Every word gets replayed. Every pause gets analyzed. Every tone change becomes suspicious. Even silence afterward turns into a new theory. What started as a defense suddenly looks like damage control, whether that was the intention or not. From there, the conversation changed again. People weren't just debating the rumor anymore. They were debating whether this single decision hurt her image more than the allegation ever could have. That's when the conversation shifted. It stopped being about paperwork or screenshots and turned into something much bigger: judgment. Some people rushed to her defense, saying anyone would be upset watching lies spread about them online, especially when they've spent their entire career fighting for respect. To them, her reaction felt human, even justified, but others saw it differently. They argued that real power comes from restraint, especially when you're already on top. When you're the champion, the standard is higher. Silence isn't weakness, it's strategy. And once that idea entered the conversation, the damage wasn't about money anymore. It was about perception. And that's the real lesson buried in all of this. Fame doesn't just amplify success, it amplifies reaction. Every move gets magnified, every emotion gets replayed. When you're unknown, defending yourself online feels normal. It feels necessary. You feel like you have to explain yourself. But when you're a champion, every response becomes part of the story. A phone call meant to shut things down can turn into a headline all on its own. At that point, whether the allegations were real or not almost became secondary, because perception became the story. And perception is something no document can erase once it takes hold. Facts matter, but attention doesn't always follow facts. It follows moments. It follows emotion. And once people feel like they've witnessed a crack, even a small one, they keep staring at it. In the end, Claressa Shields is still the GOAT. One live stream didn't erase years of dominance. One rumor didn't undo history. Her legacy is built on championships, not comment sections. But this moment reminded everyone that even the strongest figures have pressure points, and even champions can misjudge how fast the narrative can turn once it escapes their control. Sometimes the hardest fight isn't in the ring. It's knowing when to speak, and when to let silence do the work. Because in a world where everyone's watching, the smallest move can echo the loudest. A single decision, made in frustration, can travel further than years of discipline ever did. And once the internet hears something it can't unhear, there's no calling back in to fix it. So the real question isn't whether the rumor was true or false, it's whether reacting was worth the cost. And that's something every public figure eventually has to learn the hard way. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more stories like this, the moments they don't talk about, the decisions that quietly change everything, make sure you hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Did Claressa do too much? Or was she justified in defending herself? Either way, this conversation isn't going anywhere.